Hi guys, welcome to CryptoShiv. My name is Shivang Tathwani and I am your host for this channel. Today's video is probably the most important market update I have given till now. This is gonna take some time to explain because I've got a lot of stuff I want to tell you. So if you are really interested in the utmost a Bitcoin update can get, this is the video for you. If you like the content, do like the video, do subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon next to it. But right now, there's no time for that. This is the time for action. I have so much content to give you today. So what you can see in front of you is basically the Bitcoin USDT chart. And you can see there's four, phases marked in it. It's called phase A, phase B, phase C, and phase D, and phase E. 5 phases. 3 lines, 4 lines, whatever. So what is this, and what am I trying to say? In the early 1930s or the 1930s, basically, there was this stock market investor called Richard Wyckoff or Robert Wyckoff. Basically, Wyckoff made some patterns or some analyses that suggested how market behavior works. If you imagine that market is being controlled by something called the one man, if you think that the market is only being controlled by the whales or the biggest players in the market, if they sell and the market crashes, and if they buy, the market moves forward, which is practically what's been happening for Bitcoin, because random sell-offs have been coming, random buying volumes have been coming. So if you imagine that the market is basically controlled by one entity, let's just say it is, then you can see that this pattern you are seeing in the Bitcoin chart is something that he described to the exact basically figure in his theory called the Wyckoff distribution pattern. So Wyckoff distribution pattern is basically a pattern where it says that if you think of market psychology as it is being controlled by one man and one man alone, you will see that the Bitcoin chart follows the distribution chart quite exactly. So what we can see right here is there are 5 phases marked in this chart. We see that phase A lasted till the 8th of May, or basically May, where we see all-time high. We try to break that all-time high again, but we fall down into an accumulation phase. Okay, after the accumulation phase, we see an uptrend. We see another uptrend where we create a pseudo high. After creating the pseudo high, we see a major uptrend, because this is where the retail investors start pouring in, where they think that this is the time to invest, this is the time where market gonna go up. This is when they start investing. After the pseudo all-time high, we create another all-time high. But after the all-time high, we basically see a massive selling volume coming in, because people who have invested heavily in this phase, between the phase B and the phase C, are the ones losing the most money. My dog just walked in. I don't know if you can see it here, but yeah. Anyway, so the point being, Wyckoff basically described this pattern in this image right here. You can see that we are in phase, we moved through phase A, where we created a high. We tried to break that high, but we fell down, and we saw signs of weakness in phase B. We saw an upthrust, which is the UT marked. We saw an upthrust. The upthrust right here is this point, where we are at the $52,000 level. This is the upthrust. We saw a downtrend, and we saw another so after the sign of weakness, this is the upthrust right here. This is the pseudo all-time high, and this is the all-time high which gets created after it. So this is the pseudo all-time high, which is marked UT. This is the other UT that was marked, which is the new all-time high. And after this happened, we see that there are just selling volumes coming in. We see another sign of weakness, and then we exit through phase E. So this whole thing is basically called the Wyckoff distribution schematic. This is basically how the Bitcoin chart is behaving to the exact dollar, with some dissimilarities here and there. But the point is, we have to look out for these 4 levels right here. These pink lines marked, or purple lines marked, called the resistance lines and the support lines. For us, these lines are at the $65,000 level and the $58,000 level, $36,000 level and the $40,000 level. So what happens after phase E gets completed in the Wyckoff accumulation pattern? So the point is, a Wyckoff accumulation pattern is basically designed, or basically the market is manipulated in such a way where it is basically a money grab for the whales, because retail investors start flowing in later. If you look at right here, this also looks like a huge, a massive uh, cup and handle pattern, with this being the cup and this being the handle right here. Uh, Perfect. So after this happens, we can see that the target for this will be around the $98,000 level or the $100,000 level, because this is gonna break out when we cross the let's say the $65,000, which is the highest resistance line we have. So basically, the whole market seems bearish at the moment because we're in the handle part of the cup and handle. We have been falling for a while, but if you can see, this is a huge falling wedge. A falling wedge is basically a bullish pattern which breaks to the upside. Coming to the other chart I wanted to show you, which was the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. We saw this update in the Telegram channel. I was telling you that we are gonna bounce off from this box right here, and we did see a bounce off. The bounce means if we are taking Ethereum against Bitcoin, that means the Bitcoin prices are dropping, but the Ethereum prices are relatively stronger and rising. And we have been rising for the past 3 or 4 days. We see that there is more support coming in from the 50-day EMA. So if we take a dip after reaching the previous rejection point, which is the 0.08, after we get rejected from 0.08, we can see a dip. And then we will be, caught on by the 50-day moving average. Now coming to another important part of the market, which is what countries are banning and what countries are holding Bitcoin, what's been happening. So if you don't know the scenario in India right now, the government is trying to ban private cryptocurrencies. RBI wants a flat out ban on all cryptocurrencies, a blanket ban. We are not going to be getting a blanket ban because it is just too easy to invest in cryptocurrency these days. You can just download an app and a VPN and just use your own account. You can probably use a trust wallet or something else, put money in there. So what happens is basically the countries that are holding the most Bitcoin at this point are the countries that are holding most Bitcoin at this point are India. Not countries. The people that are holding most cryptocurrencies are India, USA, Russia, Nigeria, and Brazil. So India has the most cryptocurrency holders in the world. That just means that India cannot and can never ban cryptocurrencies. You cannot just let 4,500 crores of Indian money go to the dump and there's no result to show for it. You cannot do that. That just might cause an economic downturn in the whole market, the whole Indian market. Crypto is not going to be banned ever. B, the point is, Indian government itself hasn't revealed that it is holding any cryptocurrencies at the moment, but to public knowledge, Elon Musk has donated Shiba Inu as COVID relief. He donated $500 million worth of Shiba Inu as COVID relief. And now if you think that the Indian government is going to say no to $500 million worth of a cryptocurrency, then that's something seriously wrong, because of the fact that no one's going to say no to $500 million. Doesn't matter how they get it. It's Shiba Inu or it's Doge or it's Bitcoin. It's $500 million. They do realize that there is potential in cryptocurrency as form of payments, and they're not going to ban it just because there is FUD around the market and the RBI is putting pressure on them. Also, the fact that there have been some updates on the crypto bill. The main update I can say is the NDTV released a 10-point story, but we're just going to cover 2 or 3 because those are the most important. So the more important changes are likely to come in the crypto bill, sources say, and the center might consider bringing an ordinance or special order after the session. So basically, it has been delayed for a while. We're not going to be, not during this session. We're not going to be seeing a final answer. The other point is the bill also proposes to establish a framework for distributed ledger technology to record, share, synchronize transactions, and also lay the groundwork for creation and official of the official digital currency to be issued by the RBI, which is regulated under the RBI Act. So India plans to ban all cryptocurrencies but then take out its own cryptocurrency. No, not going to happen. So what is going to happen is the fact that they're going to be releasing their own cryptocurrency. They're going to be banning all INR trading pairs. Your holdings in INR are going to be directly transferred to their own, official digital currency. Thus, by, reducing the amount of INR used to buy crypto, as it makes the INR weaker when crypto gets stronger and stronger. And this is also going to officially result in India revealing, or India officially, publicly buying cryptocurrency and holding it. We have already seen El Salvador accepting it as legal tender. We have seen Paraguay recently, a couple of days ago, proposing a bill which says we should accept Bitcoin as a legal tender. Countries are gonna start, making cryptocurrencies legal, or well, not legal tender, but they're gonna start making, transferring payments that is gonna be legal, and that is just a point of time, when that's gonna happen. So for now, I think that was it. There are so many things happening in the crypto market, but the basic thing is till we cross $42,000, I am going to be completely bullish. The second point is these are the two support lines, which was the $40,000 and the $36,000. These 2 points are going to be something I'm going to be watching out for. My target is going to be $96,000, and I'm going to get a coffee pretty soon. I guess that's it for today, guys. Bye bye.